buttons just by that gleam in his eye. He likes just making things work.
Messing with my whole evolutions.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grumpy Old Soldiers.
Rumble, grumble.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. I don't know what you kids are doing, but stop it.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, well.
Oh, hey, Vinny.
Holy shit.
How's it going?
Vinny, Brett, hey, Brian, Cheryl.
Ron Jeremy, who's going to be in chat soon.
You don't count. He's not in here. No,
Yes,
I should.
he does.
Brett's
yes,
here.
he does.
I saw Brett.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Brian?
Said Cheryl. Brian turned me on to that coffee. I guess it's not new, but I mean, everybody else knew about it, but nobody else told me. So thanks, Brian, for being a buddy.
Oh, yeah, that Folgers.
That Folgers Black Silk. I guess everybody else knew about it too, but nobody told me.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Jim. Ron Jeremy's in chat now.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey,
See?
Dave.
Now I'll be nice and say hi to him. How's that? I'm going to talk like a bitch behind his back.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Dave, we're going to have to charge you double this week for babysitting Dylan.
Go fuck yourself, thank you.
Hey.
What?
How you doing tonight, Dylan?
Not nice.
Besides getting yelled at by Jim just now, I'm doing pretty good.
I didn't yell at you. I just said hey.
Oh, shit.
Mainly because I don't want to imagine No, stop. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right for the most part. Big brother, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I got the oil change in my truck. I got it to the car wash. I'm good.
Damn, got scared here. You all right? You got a fever?
And the oil gauge was only at 10%.
What?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, man, I bet you even found one of the new noises that you never heard of that truck made.
Oh, actually, it doesn't make many more now. I put a new clean air filter in it. Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should do to Dylan.
Something leaked out during the winter.
Fuck you, no.
Used up the antifreeze or something, but no, everything's topped off. Everything's cool.
Cool.
That's my fear. When you first buy a vehicle, I've only owned it a couple months. That first service, that first letting somebody else's eyes under there. What did I miss in the inspection?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So how are you doing, JT? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I just said now we're good.
Good.
Well, I'm doing all right. Putting up with the wind. Went and washed my truck yesterday, and today it blows in the sandstorm. Stupid Texas.
Stupid Texas.
We got a lot of the wind too.
Yeah, but you don't have to put up with the panhandle.
That's true. Oh man.
How are you, Chuck?
I'm doing pretty good. They made a little more progress since last week on the remodel.
You're still trying to set the trend with the toilet in the bathroom idea?
They kind of poo-pooed that.
Oh,
Now
wasn't there a solid gold one up for grabs there for a while?
No, they couldn't find it.
Let me check my.
I heard they couldn't prosecute. They didn't have anything to go on.
Maybe that's what it was.
But I'm pumped.
Okay, we'll try that.
What are you trying?
Vinny said check my gain or turn my gain up, so.
Oh. Yeah, you are kind of skinny.
Yeah.
Besides, Vinny, you should know better than to talk to Chuck during the show. Kind of confuses him.
Yeah. Oh, man. So what you been vaping on, JT?
Oh, I actually tried something new this week. It's from Freenom. So it's a pineapple cinnamon or pineapple coconut spiced rum, and it's actually pretty interesting.
Cool.
I can taste the spiced rum there at the exhale. It's rather interesting. I like it. Then, of course,
But
we
is
got
it
the
a
usual.
real rum flavor, or is it like what you would perceive? You know, it's hard to explain. Like
Okay.
cherry candy is not cherry.
Yeah, no,
Right.
no, it's not heavy. It's not too heavy in there because I think the pineapple kind of mellows that rum flavor, whatever they're using.
Yeah.
But I'm still chasing the coconut. I don't know where at in the heat range it goes. But we're also using the Aries too on the Ursa,
Cool.
doing the Bonnie and Clyde and that. And of course, my cleanup hitter, the Pulse 2 with the recurve on top. And of course, the one for our brother George, the Thelema with the Zeus ZX, what is it, Z25, something like that. And it's running the, keep looking at it. Triple X bourbon barrel. Some good
Ooh.
stuff. And over here we got had to pull out the Gower, put the intake on it. It's running my menthol. All my MTL stuff's 24 milliliters of freebase. And last but not least, the Caliburn for where we're going.
Cool.
What are you vaping on, Jim?
I've got, because my brother George, I've got the Centaurus with the drop on top of it. That's been a little better setup than the Blaze. I put the Blaze on top of the 21 Gower, and damn, that lasts me all day. So then I've got the Sand, been running that as my daily driver. I give the Cthulhu a break, and I'm running the Blaze AIO.
Ooh.
I got bourbon, the end of my bourbon barrel in one of them, the end of one of Brett's juices, and then the other two's got my juice. Dylan, wake up. Join the
I'm
show.
up. I'm up. I got my daily driver with my billet box that has Mr. Stevie motherfucking Marquez, Mr. Dread, which is a vanilla cheesecake. And then I got the Harpy Slim from Mr. Six Pack Kid that has the Tita X in it. Again, Stevie Marquez, banana orange with French vanilla. Now, Mr. Illustrious Potentate, what do you have?
For George, I got the IPV V200, and on top of that, I got the Profile Unity, and I've also got the Pulse AIO with the Raven tank in it. I mean, bridge.
Boy, them colors grab your eye. Every time you flash that setup,
Yeah.
that bright battery, that bright tank,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah, grabs the eye.
And Stubby 21 with the Ponte Boro in it.
Is that the original RDA? I mean, drip tip, excuse me. I'm completely
remember.
lost. See what Dylan does to me?
I got
I
the
didn't do anything.
I got the drip tip on 3F vape, but
It's 4F.
no, it's still no. They haven't been promoted yet.
Oh,
And I've
No, I
also
just-
got the Cthulhu Hastur. I just got,
nice.
and I've got to get a bridge, a nice bridge to go in this. This came with everything except the bridge, but it was $93, so I'm fine.
Hey, did you hear about that one bridge over the River Kwai?
No.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's at it again. He's looking up something.
He's doing it.
Yep.
Who, Dylan?
No.
Oh man. So Democrats are at a 2F field. Yes, you're right, Brian. I should check them out. Democrats are at a 21% favorability right now. It just tells me that the people in office do not represent the people that voted them in.
Oh, they're so disconnected now. They're making themselves even stupider.
Oh,
It's like when you get stuck in the mud and you just refuse to give up. And pretty soon you've dug yourself down to the axle, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, I almost burned up a transmission because I was too stubborn to change the clutch in time.
I think we've all done that.
you speak for yourself.
Ever turn the radio up just for a couple days until payday to get a mechanic?
Yeah.
If I don't hear it, it can't break. If I don't hear it, it can't break.
Yeah. That's kind of how I am. Not good.
Not good. But I've had such bad luck with that damn Ford. Don't ever buy an EcoBoost. I wish somebody had told me that. I thought I was doing my part, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
EcoBoost.
Jim, don't buy an EcoBoost, brother.
Okay, thanks, man. So, now, even though this Chevy's been treating me good, knock on wood, every sound, every smell, every different shift of the transmission just sets you on edge. What is it now? It'll take a while to get that out of me. That Ford treated me so bad.
Yeah.
And it's too bad because I was a Ford guy.
Yeah. I was until my F-150 burned up in my driveway.
Yeah, that might sour me too.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was kind of praying for that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and I didn't research it. I'm not dumb enough to type it into my search engine. But I was sitting here thinking of ways, you know, how could you make that look like an electrical problem?
Yeah.
Something that, you know, I didn't do that the insurance company would say, oh, no, you added something and you did the faulty wire. And
Yeah. The what got me was that when I bought it, I only had it for a few months before it burned up. And they had put the wrong size fuse for that circuit that burned up. And so it allowed too much current through and just caught
was that
fire.
from the factory or what, of service?
Oh, no, I bought it secondhand.
Oh, so somebody had changed the fuse.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a 95 model F-150. And
my father loves his Fords.
mhm.
I was a Ford guy for the longest. But I like my truck now. Oh, God, I love that truck.
Yeah.
I know if my father drives anything other than a Ford, he feels dirty for cheating on the company.
I did too, but that went away after a month or two. I think it went away after the first time I plowed with it.
That's a good question, Brian. He says that he thinks the Dems will nominate Shapiro next time around. I'll tell you what, they were trying pretty hard to say that they were going to get Harris to run again.
Go ahead. I hope they do.
Do it.
I'll campaign for her.
Brian says always check the recalls when buying used. And I didn't know that. I did not think
I always. Oh man, I researched the shit before I bought this truck.
Yeah.
It's got issues that, you know, every engine. I dare you to find any engine that doesn't have an issue.
Yep.
Mine
But this
wasn't
one
on
here,
the
the
recall
only issue
list.
with this one, it's got that automatic cutoff, cylinder cutoff. So once you get to cruising speed, it shuts off half your cylinders.
Yeah.
No, hell, I after spending so many years doing a wholesale, I gotta have a hands-on experience. I can check the car in less than 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Get in there, start. Yeah, you check, make sure it'll pull forward. if it backs up, no noises.
Mm-hmm.
No, with me, it's frame. Gotta check the frame.
Yeah.
Especially up here, because everything up here is a saltwater environment. I'm only 15, not even 15 miles from the coast.
Oh, wow. And they use salt on the roads in the winter?
Oh, yeah. Oh, salt. Yeah, yeah. They use salt in the spring, salt in the fall. Yep.
Yeah, I grew up near the coast because my dad was in the Navy.
Yeah, so that's why I was excited. I don't care what my truck looks like. To be honest with you, I really don't. In fact, the rougher it looks, the better I like it because people kind of tend to shy away from you. But the underneath, like I said, the frame and the running gear is what really gets me. Because you can replace body panels.
Yeah, I think that was all burn out when everybody started that rat rod where they put the acid on the truck, make it look rusted.
Yeah.
They kind of took that a little overboard for my taste.
Yeah, some of them they did. Yeah, but like my old 350. Oh my God, that thing! It had dents. It had remodeled fenders because I just cut out the rot and put chicken wire and Bondo in it. I mean, it looked like a work truck, but people would shy away from you because shit, he ain't afraid to ding me. I mean,
yeah, that's how it was driving my F-150. I bought it. I think it was close. I think it was already 10 years old when I got it. And if I turn my signal, that means I'm coming over, and you got warning. And then I just start going.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm bigger than you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I don't care. Put another dent in my bumper. That's just a badge of honor to me.
Yeah. Oh, man. So Tim Walls likes to look at Tesla stock and get a giggle out of how it's dropping right now.
Yeah.
So why aren't they boycotting Volkswagen?
I don't
Because
know,
it's not Elon.
That was Hitler's dream. It just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
It doesn't.
And did you know that Ford could have owned Volkswagen
No, I didn't know that.
for free? Yeah, they were going to give Henry Ford Jr. Volkswagen.
Wow.
Right after the war, they were trying to get their German industry going again. And Volkswagen Company was one of the first auto manufacturers, and they couldn't get, things grooving and moving quick enough. And they asked Henry Ford, "You want the company, run it. Just get it producing."
Yeah.
And he said, nah, that's too much. Not, because who wants a German company after World War II? We just fought 2 world wars with this son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. A lot of people know this.
I was going to say, I like the snazzy way Auto Union just kind of slowly disappeared. Nobody realized it's Audi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Auto Union. That was the first car to go up and down the, whatchamacallit, Autobahn.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a big to do when they opened up the Autobahn. They put that out there and let it go like a striped A.
Yep.
But that's why German cars were always luxury cars, because driving to them was an event. It was a thing. And I'm not going to say a sport, but it was a thing.
Yeah. They didn't need cup holders.
Cup holders were American inventions.
Yep.
If you wanted a drink, you weren't driving. You stopped and you got a drink.
Yeah.
But driving was an event. Driving was a thing.
Yeah.
An experience.
Yes.
Well, America really hit big when I put in the freeway system.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
That went along with rugged individualism and wide open spaces. That get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Well, y'all know about Mitsubishi, right? They have a deal with Chrysler, where Chrysler puts their name on a bunch of Mitsubishis and sells them in the States. Oh,
Yeah.
they also put in American engines. But Mitsubishi Avionics or Aviation or something, they built the kamikaze planes,
Yeah, the Zero.
the Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember that when they were first coming to the States. Mom was pointing that out. Don't you know that plant made those kamikaze airplanes?
Yeah. Well,
Now, who was it? Oh, it was Mazda that had that little triangle piston setup thing.
Oh yeah, the rotary, the
Rotary
wankling.
engine. Yeah.
oh yeah.
All kinds of power, all kinds of speed.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch to repair. Yeah, they said the mechanic hated that one almost the most.
Yep. Well, hopefully Elon will start production on hydrogen fuel cars because electronic.
Well, he would. He was talking with Toyota, I believe it was, or Nissan, to do a hydrogen engine. So maybe, yeah, it was Toyota,
Yeah. I know.
but that fell out.
Yeah.
But
that's
you would
too
think
bad.
the problem with hydrogen would be the storage of the fuel, the fueling and the storage of, because you can't tell me they can't make an engine run on hydrogen fuel.
Right.
I mean, we got propane engines, you got diesel engines, you got steam engines. Yeah, you can make a hydrogen engine.
You just can't make a dirigible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. No.
No. Something about New Jersey, you know.
Yeah, there's one more thing about Jersey.
Yeah. Thanks,
There-
Dylan.
Go fuck yourself.
Ugh. There are already companies making hydrogen fuel cell cars right now. I thought.
Well, I'm sure somebody has one.
Yeah.
Well, Toyota was leading the way, and
Yeah.
that's why I paid attention to it, because Toyota is pretty much, you know, a little more advanced in study and stuff like that than the others.
Mhm.
But, you know, it's not to say that Honda wouldn't come up with a good one either.
Yeah. BMW seems to have one.
Who? Oh, Hippie. Hi, Hippie.
Hey, hippie. Hey, NorCal.
Hey, NorCal, how
Going
you
on,
doing, buddy?
North
Ah,
There are
yeah.
a few hydrogen
Hey,
Toyotas
how
on
you
the
doing,
road
Mike?
here.
okay.
Yep.
Toyota, yeah. They can go hundreds of miles. I thought like 1,500 miles on one cell.
Could you imagine?
No. I
That'd
can't.
be awesome.
Looks like a fancy
Oh.
Camry, he says.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Batteries in cars, the kind that run electric cars right now, are not a good idea.
Well, they're not
I heard
efficient. They're
heard-
dangerous.
Yeah, I heard they're working on a new type of lithium. Was it lithium sulfur battery?
Oh,
That sounded interesting to my ear.
Yeah, I might have heard something to that,
But yeah, I still have the urine battery in my head too. So hey, it worked.
better a urine battery than a urine gas mask.
okay. Okay, yeah, there's companies working on that. Lighten.com.
I wonder why the compressed natural gas never really took off. Because that would have been a good crossover.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, China does have the one up on it. China did have a system I liked for electric bikes, the scooters. They had stations where you pulled up and you swapped the battery. Your battery's low, you stick it in the station, you pull a charged one out. And off you go. No charging time.
I bet you could do that with liquid natural gas too.
Yeah.
You know, you go in, an attendant, somebody licensed, unhooks the old one, puts a new one in,
Yeah.
and you're gone.
No different than hooking up your barbecue grill.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, hell, it may
You can't
even
tell me
double
it
as a
can't be that
barbecue
easy.
grill.
We got a man that can put a rocket up and catch it. All right, tell me we can't make up. Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Oh man. And they're trying to stop him from doing what he's doing right now with the government.
But cut big oil a deal and let them sell more aggressively overseas. As we lower our oil dependency, big oil can still stay in business. They're just not going to dominate the U.S.
Yeah.
They're going to fund us.
Shit. Okay. Oh. Okay.
But that's where they get all bent out of shape when you start giving big corporations tax breaks and, special lenient. But they don't realize that keeps them here. That keeps business flowing. That keeps them hiring people. That keeps them,
Yep.
Yeah. It's going to be a long time before we can switch over all the way to any other fuel.
Yeah. But, like the market did with methyl and ethyl.
Yeah.
That's
That's true. That's a very good point.
And if batteries would have been a big thing like that, they didn't catch on after 19 and 15 when the first patents were out there. As a matter of fact, they said those lead acid batteries worked a hell of a lot better than the lipos.
Okay.
Got more range and had more power.
Well, that's what we use in cars now for starting, right?
Yeah. Same thing we're using here.
there are lipo batteries now for cars.
Yeah, 18650s.
Because I used to refurb my own battery when it would the electrolyte would get low.
Yeah.
I'd just pour
But
some
that
more
was back
acid
when
and
we
some more
did that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they don't incur. Now most of them are sealed batteries. You can't even maintain them yourself.
Yeah. That under threat of explosion.
Yeah, well, I've never seen a battery explode, knock on wood. But
I have one
I'm
time.
sure it's happened.
I have one time the guy was overcharging it.
Ooh,
I've seen them boil over, but I've never never had one burst.
that's what last battery we had was doing, bubbling over at the top.
Oh shit.
But we did it on purpose.
Oh, show off.
Well, no, we did it at school. We overpowered a lot of things just to see them, what the reaction was. Resistors were honest. You go to electronics class and you put the resistor in the power source and just nice big boop.
Okay, NorCal says the new LiPo 4 batteries are game changing.
And isn't that what he just put in his boat?
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez. LiPo 4. And they're only $100. 100 to 120. Most of them. Okay. Y'all want to hear about some childish shit?
No, God.
What'd you do, Dylan?
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Well, he wasn't there
Nothing.
this time. Let me get us our faces over here on the screen. Well, hang on. All we see right now is me flying in World of Warcraft. Let's see.
I like you better as Caroline Levitt.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Hey.
Yay!
Okay.
One on the United States and
Continue to be shared. Mary.
thanks, Caroline. I have two questions. One on the United States Institute of Peace, and then on the Supreme Court, if that's okay.
Sure.
So on the United States Institute of Peace, this is a little bit wild. I understand the old president refused to leave after he was removed from his position. He barricaded himself in his offices, had to be escorted out by police, left the building without Wi-Fi, telephones, elevators, and more. and is now telling media that Doge broke in and illegally removed him. So can you comment on this sequence of events and specify, did Doge illegally enter?
I'm really glad you brought this up, Mary. We were made aware of this story by individuals at Doge, at Elon Musk's team, and also at the State Department, who were unable to access this building. And it became very clear that there was a concerted effort amongst the rogue bureaucrats at the United States Institute of Peace to actually physically barricade themselves essentially inside of the building to prevent political appointees of this administration who work at the direction of the President of the United States to get into the building. There was a piece in the Daily Caller, thank you for sharing the truth on this, about what happened. Staff contacted the MPD in an attempt to prevent Doge personnel from entering. They barricaded the doors. They also disabled telephone lines, internet connections, and other IT infrastructure within the building. They distributed flyers internally encouraging each other to basically prevent these individuals from accessing the building. I use this to say this is what Doge and this administration is facing. It's a resistance from bureaucrats who don't want to see change in this city. President Trump was elected on an overwhelming mandate to seek change and implement change, and this is unacceptable behavior.
Thank you. And just really quick on the Supreme Court. I know it's been almost 3 years now since the leak of the draft Dobbs opinion to Politico, actually. A leak which sparked protesting outside the homes of the justices and even brought on one attempted assassination attempt. I know Justice Alito said that it made the justices targets for assassination, but yet the Supreme Court has not tracked down any leaker. Does the White House have interest in finding out who that leaker was, and can you comment on that at all?
I know generally speaking the president has an interest in finding leakers and he believes it's unacceptable, and it's the position of this administration. You've seen the Secretary of Homeland Security has taken tough action at her agency. Leaking is unacceptable to this president and to the leaders across the board in this cabinet, especially when it puts people in harm's way.
Okay, that was mostly about the hang on. That was mostly about, wait a second. Oh boy, tonight's not great. Here we go. It's mostly about the Department of U.S. Peace or something.
Yeah.
Locking himself in the office. You can't take me.
Yeah, well,
Thinking of peace.
there was something about some African aid office that kept saying, we're not under your jurisdiction, you can't come in, and they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, I found out what somebody diligently spent some time with those Kennedy files.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Of course.
Hey, what was it they found in there that JFK Jr. told Biden that he was a traitor? He was a traitor.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, yeah, leaking. When you've got so many people handling the information, you're going to have a leak. But
Yeah, but if you got people that you've hired to handle that kind of information, they should be trusted with that kind of information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, there's been very few actual true leaks that were of any consequence, you know?
And Brian says he didn't think they found anything new in the JFK files.
No, there's 1/3 of the files still missing.
Ah.
Surprise.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cheryl. Dylan, get off your phone, damn it.
Shut your mouths.
Hey, don't be talking to people in chat like that.
I'm talking to you like that too.
Yeah, FBI agents leak too. You're going to have leaks everywhere. People without the without respect for authority and shit.
Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of left behinds from the Plugs administration that will just strategically sit there in those offices to do that, to try to keep Trump from making any progress anywhere.
Yeah. What am I looking at? Oh, here's a little bit about the peaceful protests at Tesla locations. Let's see here.
I saw the fire in the Vegas one.
Hang on. There we go.
People and saying that now you don't have your own free will, you don't have your own nuances, you don't have your own opinions. What matters is this general apparatus of assumptions, and they're all being applied to you. That's a bad thing. And this is true, by the way. This is true when people do it to black people.
Wait a minute. I think it was supposed to be at the beginning.
But then you also overnight have this post claiming that protests at Tesla dealerships are illegal. He said today he would label violence.
The protests are illegal.
Of course they are.
Oh my God, bro. Oh.
Well, protesting itself is not illegal. But what they're doing, that's illegal.
Yeah, well, that's terrorism.
Mm-hmm. Molotov cocktails.
Using any kind of violence or extortion to achieve a political goal.
Yeah. Yep. And they're using fossil fuels to do it. And they're burning up cars that have even worse chemicals in them.
Yeah, but I will be glad when we finally reach the day everybody quits calling it fossil fuels, because it's not.
Oh, that's true. It's not.
There would be more museums with fossils in them, not the toys that they have.
Yeah.
And this is the problem, is that like the people that do this live in so many layers of dishonesty that it's like it's almost impenetrable.
Yeah.
Another round of mostly peaceful protests. Yeah, I guess so, right?
Mostly.
Against dealerships, domestic terrorism. Now, you know I am judicious in how I play this sound, but I think you need to hear it from him.
Mr. President talks about some of the violence that's been going on around the country at dealerships. Some say they should be labeled domestic terrorists.
I will do that. I'll do it. I'm going to stop them. We catch anybody doing it because they're harming a great American company. Let me tell you, you do it to Tesla and you do it to any company, we're going to catch you and you're going to go through hell.
So just to be clear, you protest a private company, you are labeled by this administration a domestic terrorist, but then you...
Not for protesting. Idiots. Not for protesting.
Look at the first sentence. Some of the violence. The word is violence. Mm-hmm. It's not about the protests. Even the reporter is drawing the distinction. I think this woman would have a point if Trump was saying just the protesters, but he's not talking about just the protesters, and neither is the reporter. And look at her face. How do you... Really?
Well, that's that. Fucking...
Yeah, well, they were trying to make that little press deal out in front of the White House with the Teslas that Trump was only saying he was only going to save Tesla, not other businesses. They cut the sentence down.
Mm-hmm. I wonder who's paying for it. Now, I heard somebody say it's probably several groups or several people funding shit like this.
It's the NGOs under the Soros umbrella. You know, the ones that got busted over in India.
Yeah.
This.
Oh, man. Because there's a difference between protesting and terror.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, protests didn't have things that go boom.
Right. And like NorCal said, those batteries are hard to put out. I can't remember what type of fire that is, but you need CO2 to put it out.
Well, they had a thermal blanket that the fire departments were supposed to be carrying around that worked real good on putting out Teslas.
thermal blanket makes sense. Because
Yeah.
I was wrong about CO2. You probably need like PKP or I forget. These are chemical names I haven't dealt with in 40 years, so I don't remember.
We should start doing your chemicals again.
Yeah, I'll start a fire and we'll see what the fire department uses to put it out.
What was those green flames busting out of the manhole covers down there at the University of Texas
I didn't
last
hear
week?
about that.
Yeah, let's see if I can find it.
Okay.
I thought it looked more like somebody was playing a prank for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, wow. Yeah, green flames. Oop. Fixed my hair.
We have this strange thing called the search. Wow.
Well, while you're looking for that, let me play a little bit about the Democrats hitting rock bottom.
Now, things can't get any worse than the last 2 weeks for Democrats unless you hear what happened this morning, where new polling shows they have hit a record low approval rating. This comes as President Trump has the country feeling like things are going in the right direction. Let's take a look.
The view voters have of each party, neither is good, but look at the numbers here for Democrats. 27% positive, more than double, 55% negative. And we'll just put this on a graph for you in our poll here. This goes back a long ways, and you can see the trend line for both parties. This is what's happened to the Democrats since the election.
That is astonishing, Steve. That's an historic low, right?
That is in more than 30 years of this poll. We've never seen either party hit a number this low in terms of negatives here. One thing to note on this for the Democrats, too.
Actually, a later poll says it's 21%.
A lot of that negative rating, it's coming from Democrats themselves, and a lot of that is coming from Democrats who say the party is being too cooperative in their view with Donald Trump.
So there is good news and bad news if you're on the right as a conservative or Republican. Bad news is this, and it's two things. One, most of the people in that poll believed that the Democrats are not fighting hard enough. That is troubling. That screams mental illness. That screams insurrection, okay? And number two, that there are activist judges that are willing to hold up the Trump administration in the courtroom. That is what's troubling for me. Now, on the good news side of everything, clearly this is a record low for the Democrats. They have no respectable resistance. They're not going to stop President Trump. We know that as a fact at this point. And they have no leadership.
Well, the Democrats have had two horrific weeks, and it really just comes down to what Donna said. They've got no leader. They've got no movement. The only thing they've got is Trump derangement syndrome. It's the only thing that brings them together. And the only thing they got out of this week was, well, who's going to primary Chuck Schumer? What are we all about? AOC and Bernie Sanders are the only people in their entire party that can get a crowd of over 20 to show up. So the only thing they are, I mean, they're afraid of Trump. Trump owns them. And it was a total slam dunk for the Republican Party.
Now, to be fair and shoot it straight here, the Republican Party, they got to deliver the results. So this is great news for us, obviously, but the results will be the nail in the coffin for years to come. And that's why I always bring this up, because if they don't deliver, that means the Democrats can get back in power midterms and possibly 2028. Now, I still believe everything's going to work out in our favor. Now, here is CNN repeating the same disastrous poll for the Democrats.
Brutal reality for Democrats as they struggle to mount a unified opposition to President Trump. Americans' favorable views of the Democratic Party's brand are at a record low, just 29%. That's compared to 36% for Republicans. It is the lowest ever recorded for Democrats in CNN polling going back more than 30 years. As you can see, the party's numbers dropping a staggering 20 points in just 4 years. The CNN SRSR's poll also found 57% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning voters are more interested in seeing their party leaders stop the GOP agenda, compared to 42% who are more interested in cutting bipartisan deals. It is a big shift from where the party stood at the start of Trump's first term in 2017.
So you guys already know what people on the right are going to say about this polling, but let's hear from someone on the left. Here is Molly on MSDNC, really giving a masterclass on why Democrats have never been less popular.
Look, this is a policy versus politics problem, right? Biden world, very good on policy, grew the economy, very bad on politics, right? Unable to communicate with voters. We're seeing this sort of hangover from that a little bit. And also, losers are not popular. So they lost. People are mad. Democrats are mad. There's a ton of Monday morning quarterbacking.
Now, I know I said that she gave a masterclass, but I think I'm going to have to take that back. Yeah. Because she said something that continues to show that it's not just surface level on why they continue to lose. It's deeper than that. She claims that the economy was the strongest ever over the past 4 years under Joe Biden. No. They just failed to communicate that. Okay, so let's walk that dog. The economy was strong for who is the most important question in all of this.
I'm going to let him finish this, and then I'm going to cut this video off.
It was strong for Wall Street, but not Main Street. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why they will continue to fail. And to back up my point, here is part of that same polling that shows that the mood of America is headed in the right direction. They believe we're better off than we were under Joe Biden.
First of all, the mood of the country, this really jumped out. We asked folks, is it on the right direction or the wrong direction? That 44%, you say right direction, that's up since November. And if that doesn't seem like a lot, the last time it cracked 40%, you got to go back to 2012. The last time it actually hit 44 or higher, January of 2004. So a lot of this is Republicans, but independents, that number is also up since the election on the direction of the country.
Now, obviously, polling from...
That's enough of that shit.
Yeah, hurry up. Dylan's going to sleep.
Hey, Dylan,
no,
wake
I'm
up.
not, you son of... I'm not even sleeping.
Yeah.
JT's spreading lies.
I know your story.
No, you don't, you bully.
I found that, Chuck.
Oh, you did good. Let's see it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
You see, that's the color of hell would be if I went down there.
From all the farts?
Yeah, I was suspect. I still think it may have been the prank. Because I really don't remember what turns green when you're burning it.
Me neither. I think it's sulfur. Something with sulfur in it.
Sulfur?
I think. I don't remember.
I thought sulfur burned yellow.
Copper burns green.
My river runs yellow by IP freely.
Okay, no. Sulfur's blue.
Oh, bastard. Well, magnesium's hot white when you drop it into water.
Oh, yeah.
So is phosphorus.
Ah, phosphorus.
Shit, they used to use magnesium on chips for a lot of things like 100 years ago, close to 100 years ago. But one of the big problems with that was that once it catches fire, you gotta, if you get it put out, you have to watch that, whatever it is, for hours afterward to make sure it doesn't reflash.
Hey, I know why Dylan doesn't do any tire changing.
Why?
Because this is how you pump up your tire.
Okay, Vinny.
No, that is not true, you son of a bitch.
Vinny says copper or boron compounds burn green.
Yeah.
Like Jim was saying. Okay. That's a prank. But I didn't hear about it.
Well, it is in Texas. You're supposed to keep up with that, man.
It's 40 miles that way. I should know.
Oh, yeah, like that's like I know what's going on in Norman.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, my cousin went to meteorology school in Norman about 20 years ago. Did you know it? No, even though he's 6'5", and you should have seen him.
Oh, well, back at that time, I was a little busy.
Yeah, You were tied up.
She said she wouldn't tell anybody.
Okay, that was March 13th at Texas Tech. Okay. In Texas Tech University in Lubbock. Ah. And an early spring break.
Yep.
Somebody want to spring break already. Esters of boric acid also burns green. That's interesting. Oh. Wow.
Well, Louisiana is the first state to use nitrogen in an execution.
Oh, shit. The gas?
Yeah.
To asphyxiate?
Nitrogen gas execution is resumed execution after not having any for 15 years. I didn't know they were doing it before that. Oh, well, you learn something new every day. Gas flowed for 19 minutes.
13 hours ago.
Huh.
Jesse Hoffman Jr.
Junior. Now I got all them jackasses doing it, swatting shit all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Happy Hippie has an update. Tom's socks burn green.
Oh, okay.
It's got to be Tom Spychowski.
But they're probably just putting it in the grill. Dylan, stop it. You're going to hurt yourself.
Stop what, you son of a bitch? I'm not doing anything.
I'll ask Jim.
He's not even paying attention either.
I've been paying attention.
Oh, he is.
How much gets by this old boy?
That's true. Oh, speaking of which, Jim, do you have a joke for us?
Oh, shoot, I might have one. Let's see.
Hang on.
All right, I'll hang on.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So you got this old guy, him and his wife, they live in the woods all their lives. 30, 40 years together. Old man decides, I'm going into town. He goes into town and he's walking around looking at all the wonderful things. And he goes into the store and he picks up a mirror. And he's never seen a mirror before. And he looks at it and he goes, wow, look, they got a picture of my old daddy. And he buys it. He's on the way home and he's thinking, he said, my wife wished she never did like my daddy. I best not show this to her. She'd kill me for spending money on it. So he gets home and he hides it in the barn. Well, every morning before he goes to the field, he pulls the picture out. He goes to the barn, he pulls the picture out. He looks at it, reminisces about his daddy, puts it away and goes to work. Well, his wife notices he's going in the barn an awful lot. So one morning she follows him. He leaves for the field. She sneaks in and she finds it. She looks at it and she goes, so this is the ugly old hag he's been fucking around with.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Well, let me get a link to put in chat here.
You do that.
Yeah.
I am sure people would be grateful.
Or threatened.
I don't know that to be able to give it to the authorities.
Let's see. Okay, I'll unlock the meeting. Okay, everybody, that's our show for this week. If you want to, you can join us in Zoom. The link's in the chat. We look forward to seeing you again next week. And thanks for coming out.
God bless. Say a prayer for America.
Y'all be groovy.
Don't be a dick.
Get a cup of coffee. Now.
Oh, my father already has a cup of coffee. Thank you.
Give him another one.
He hasn't even finished the first one.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.